Member for McKillop.
Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker. I rise to highlight and pay tribute to the organisers of the trailblazing veteran respite program called Robe to Recovery, and in particular their long weekend of events for ANZAC 2021. Robe to Recovery was started in 2015 by local Robe farmer and photographer Jackie Bateman, after she had a chance meeting with returned veteran Justin Brown. During an informal chat, Justin told Jackie about the struggles being faced by many veterans who were trying to readapt to civilian life. These stories prompted Jackie to think about what she could do to help, and not long after, Robe to Recovery was born. The concept is simple: offer holiday accommodation in Robe for free to veterans and his or her family who needs a break. Fill the house with vouchers for local food and activities. Leave personalised notes thanking the veteran for their service, and give them as much space and time to recharge. 6 years on, and approximately 15 veterans per year are supported through the Robe to Recovery program, and 40 accommodation options have been donated. It's now expanded to Phillip Island, Cobden, Port Lincoln and hopefully soon Albany in Western Australia. Robe to Recovery has also fostered a new referral relationship with the Wounded Heroes Initiative, who made it possible for 3 veteran families to come from Queensland and be guests at the ANZAC Day event. On Thursday night, the football and netball clubs had their Guernsey and dress presentations ahead of Saturday's match of the round between arch-rivals Robe Roosters and the Hatherleigh football clubs. These had been specially designed with the ANZAC theme and were presented to the players by visiting and local veterans. Guest speaker, Afghan veteran Nathan Bolton, spoke about his service, his struggles and with mental health and the road to recovery, and how he is now helping others. On Friday, the golf club hosted the Veterans Ambrose Golf Day. 27 teams of 4 signed up for a hit on the Robe golf course. The club says the event was the most successful that had ever hosted, and they were keen to make it a feature on their calendar and attract more veteran involvement. Saturday's Mid-South East Football League and Netball Association match of the round was a huge success. Around 1,300 people turned up to watch. The club says the crowds and atmosphere was better than what they'd expect in a grand final game. The Robe Roosters Facebook page summed it up when it said, "Occasionally there are moments in your life when you stop for a second and remind yourself to take a good look around, because you know that moment is special." I was honoured to be asked to be an umpire of that football game of the A grade on that day. I was also privileged the fact that one of the South East umpires, a fellow called Darren, was also a veteran, and as it's an umpire prerogative, we actually opted him to be the umpire officiating the start of the first quarter and to throw the ball up at the beginning of the game, and he was honoured to be allowed to do that. Also, that whole spectacle about the fact that the football was delivered by parachute, by 4 or 5 parachutists on the day. The Light Horse Brigade was there, and the atmosphere was absolutely terrific. On Sunday, ANZAC Day itself, the day dawned clear and fine. Around 400 to 500 people attended the march and service, organised by the Robe RSL sub-branch. There was plenty of guests and visiting veterans who joined the march down Robe's main street, including members of the Veterans Motorcycle Club. Guest speaker and veteran Nathan Bolton spoke of remembering not only the fallen but those who have returned, a key point that resonated with all who attended. Members of the Robe to Recovery Committee, President and co-founder Jackie Bateman, Secretary Nick Trevitt, Treasurer Lonnie Peel, and also others Scott Fennell, Arne Tran, John Fenton, Christina Alexander, Kerry Boyd and co-founder Justin Brown are buoyed by the success of the 2021 event. They say it would not have been possible without the generosity of the community of Robe. When they asked for help, no one said no. The success of the event has created even greater awareness of veteran mental health. It's going to shine light on what a small town can do with such a big heart and what it can achieve. 2 things that stood out for me on that day. One was that one of the footballers in the first quarter, in the first minute, collided with a knee, got concussed, broke his jaw. One of the first things he said when he got to hospital was, "You're not allowed to cut the jumper off," because he wanted the jumper preserved. And the other one was that veterans, another one I learned on the day was that veterans really do enjoy and need that time to recover after serving our country, and it does take a long time to heal and reconnect with community. I wish Robe to Recovery continued success and thank them for giving their support to veterans now and into the future.